Welcome to day 2 of Pro Tour San Diego. Nice catch, Brian. We are a couple of rounds into day 2 of Pro Tour San Diego now, and the thing that everybody's talking about is poison. We talked about it yesterday. Lockman and Van Lunen ran the table 6-0. A couple of American sort of PTQ level players.
Sure.
Qualified for the Pro Tour. They show up, they're drafting slivers. They're taking good cards the first lap around the table. All the awful slivers come back, and they were, 6 virulent slivers, 4 virulent slivers. They poisoned John Finkel. They poisoned Dave Humphries.
They poisoned Eugene Harvey.
Oh.
They poisoned Quentin Martin. I mean,
that's a murderer's row of
They only
opponents.
had Screeching Sliver in their first 2 rounds to work with.
So they run the table. They're 6-0. That's what everybody's talking about on the message boards, here at the Pro Tour, Virulent Sliver. Crazy.
What I think is really interesting about this is you have all these elite camps of players.
Sure.
You have the Rich Hone camp in Michigan, Mark Herbeholtz, and you have John Finkel's house, and you have all these groups of players all around the world doing the same thing. I'm sure you have a Japanese group that we're not aware of specifically doing this, and they're all working on the format, and yet the most devastating strategy on day 1 was these 2 guys who won a PTQ. It's like it's really kind of the American magic dream.
Yeah, they just cooked up a better theory. They broke the format. They really did.
Yeah.
For day 1, they broke the format.
And and they're pretty happy if they don't get the Virulent Slivers.
Because they took good cards.
If people are taking those cards away from them, they're not sacrificing any good picks for those cards.
Right.
And that means they have a higher density of good cards later.
So Virulent Slivers, the key to the deck. How does the sliver strategy work?
Well, I think traditionally people have always wanted Might Sliver or Pulmonic Sliver, some kind of strong signal, strong reason to go into slivers. What these guys are doing is if those cards are there first, they'll take them, obviously. But otherwise, they're just taking the good cards. They're taking the Strangling Suits, they're taking the Aaron Ephemerons, they're taking good cards. And then as the cards are coming around, the Two-Headed Slivers and the Virulent Slivers, and they're really, you really wanted the Sinew Slivers.
Sure.
The Sinew Slivers in that second set of packs is really, really important.
Sure.
It makes the guys, much more difficult to deal with, and it really gives you, it just gives you that oomph you need. And Two-Headed Sliver has been key for them.
It's true.
And what I've been watching, they just set up these situations where it's like you can block 2 of our guys. There's 10 poison counters, right?
Yeah,
we have 7
exactly.
slivers. You can block 2 of them.
Right.
Here's 10 poison counters in one fell swoop.
So the craziest thing for me this morning is not so much these guys, but everybody else is thinking about it too. Kenji Samura drafted a sliver deck first thing this morning. Sat down at his table, they're just getting the packs, they shipped the slivers the first time, and I was watching the packs would come around the table the second time, and Kenji be like, oh, did it come back? Did it come back? Yeah, it came back. How crazy is that these guys not only broke the format, ran the table, but now word is spreading, and the Kenji Samuras of the world are moving in.
Sure, and Craig Krempels and Sam Gummersall. Sam Gummersall, not a limited slouch here.
No.
He's one of the most respected limited players in the world. Well, these guys audibled into that strategy.
They did, and they got 4 virulent slivers.
4 virulent slivers. They also had a pulmonic sliver, so they could send them up to the air. They also had a might sliver. So their deck looked, terrific.
Yeah, their deck was. I watched Sam and Craig play. They did lose the second round this morning, though. Craig stumbled on mana a little bit, and the crazy part, and I saw they really got beat. Okay, fine, they mana stumbled a little bit, but they still dealt 40 damage. They got beat by Essence Warden. Turn 1 Essence Warden. They didn't have enough virulence to win on poison counters, and so the Essence Warden gained 14 life over the course of the game for the other team.
Essence Warden's been one of those quiet cards today. I saw Humphries and Saden get wrecked. They went to kill an Essence Warden on turn 1 with Dead Gone, or turn 2.
Yep.
And Gifts of Granite.
Oh, there's another card.
That's another card that people are just not playing around it yet.
Right, and it's good. It's very relevant.
Yeah, it's been a really key combat trick, and it's a combat trick that just sticks.
Yeah. So Craig and Sam went with the sliver route. They got 4 virulent slivers. They're the ones who pulled it off in the first set of packs, but beaten by an Essence Warden combined with some mana problems, they went 1-1. Kenji drafted a sliver deck. They very much drafted slivers, but they only got 1 virulent sliver. They actually wound up leaving that in the board, which I guess is right if you've only got the 1.
They had 19 slivers. I mean, they really shine when you get the cumulative poison.
Right.
So when you get poison,
with a couple of gem hides, I might be tempted to play the guy just as Llanowar.
There's definitely been times where I've played him, just so you can play him on turn 1, turn 2 you play gem hide, turn 3 you can make a Dirkwood Bailoff.
Right.
So.
Kenji also 1-1 this round, and Lockman and Van Lunen 1-1 this round. So
Okay.
they managed to, let's see, they lost the first round, but they beat Dave Humphries and Steve Sadin again.
Oh.
So Brockman and Von Lunen will be drafting on Pod 1 for the third consecutive time. They're now sitting at 7-1. We're getting ready for the, what is this, the 5th draft of the format that's going on right now. And they're sitting on Pod 1 yet again, right in the thick of this tournament.
Exciting their friends. One of the things Jacob told me this morning, he gets a phone call, and he answers the phone, and it's just like in his ear screaming, "Ah! Ah!" And he's like, who is this? He's like, "You poisoned John Finkel!" That's the interesting side effect of this, is also watching all these pros. I'm pretty sure that the first game these guys won with poison counters was the first match won with poison at the Pro Tour level.
In the history of the Pro Tour.
In the history of the Pro Tour.
10 years.
If somebody out there knows the story of a swamp mosquito getting in there for all 10, please tell me, because I don't know about it.
It was probably round 3 of this Pro Tour, first time anyone ever died of poison on tour.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And,
Good times.
and the pros are really trying to struggle how to deal with it. They're trying to figure out,
Yeah, do you steal the Virulent Slivers, but now you're wasting a pick
actually, I
on
was
your
just
cards.
talking about how to deal with the shame.
Oh,
The shame of losing to poison, because a lot of these guys haven't fully come around on it yet. Dave Humphrey said, I'm reading the YouTube comments on your Tournament Center updates, and it says, "Oh, how cool, Dave Humphreys lost to poison." He's like, "It's not cool, I lost to poison." People were talking about maybe a scar you get when you lose to poison.
Some sort of a badge.
Or you have to just wear a badge around your neck.
A letter P.
Or a couple people suggested you should actually get 1 point deducted from your match score.
that win just got funny. So the gang's having a good time here in San Diego. We're going to go watch the rest of this draft, and we'll be back with more Tournament Center coverage, see if anybody else gets poisoned to death.
Don't miss out on your chance to get an exclusive Rhea Dawnbringer promo foil at Magic Game Day. On Saturday, July 14th, you can get your hands on a never-seen-before promo. Participate in a full day of Magic Gaming and join exciting contests that are free to enter. For more information on game days in your area, go to www.wizards.com/magicgameday.